Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all other Patreon exclusive content, visit patreon.com/raprankings. Track 4, The Pain. Featuring Percy Miracles, apparently?
Yes, the legend himself. R.I.P.
Right. Right, R.I.P. Yeah. Oh, man. I wish that album was better. Anyway, flat 7.
7+. Ding me, baby. Used to be like a 9.
Okay. So
I was thinking maybe this time around, I was really worried because I was thinking, okay, this is going to end up being a 6+ for me because of the content. And I've so evolved past these sort of thoughts, but there's no way I could have any use for this record anymore, right?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, between I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, this may be my favorite beat on the album.
This beat is money. The chops are money. I'm very familiar with this beat due to being in the cult. You know,
yes, I love this beat. I've always loved this beat. It's like, as far as beats goes, it's either this, Freak These Tales, or The Animal. As far as my favorite beats on the album,
money too. Yeah, and
like, I can't not like this beat. This beat is like a 9 in my opinion to this day. Like,
out in the rain,
and what adds to it so much are the smooth sounds of Percy Miracles.
Oh yeah, hitting them accents, you know.
You know, he's singing his fucking ass off in the background of this thing, especially at the end when he kind of gets soloed a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and he gets to shine. Like, look, breaking kayfabe a little bit, we all know Fonte's an amazing singer.
It's good.
Like, as far as rappers go, he's one of the better singing rappers out there.
Mm-hmm.
He can actually sing.
Yeah.
And the singing, this beat, like, all right, we have to get to the elephant in the room. The song, which I've described to Mel previously as the incel song.
So for years, it's like, you know, it was referred to as like the incel record. It's like, you know, when we do it, you would tell me, like, I don't know what it's going to hit like, you know, in the modern era. But listening to it this week, it was like, okay, this is not nearly as bad as I figured it would be.
Yes, it's almost not as incelish as I built it up to be in my mind. There's like almost a select portion of the song that's incelish, but not the whole thing.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I still have grown out of these feelings. However,
well, here's the thing. I mean, the feelings technically still apply to me, but I'm older, so rather the situations still apply to me, but the feelings, like, maybe this would have been more useful to a teenage Mel. But yeah, I'm older now. Like,
now remember, I told that story in the Mad Villain review about like Fancy Clown on the Fancy Clown review, right?
Right.
This is one of those songs that like is tied to that.
Right.
You know, so at the time, this was like a 9 to me. I was like, oh my God, this song is speaking to me and what I need to hear right now.
Right.
But I don't feel this, I don't know, it's a very immature record. And
well, in spots. Because
yes, but
some of it is just valid emotional outpouring.
It's important to
other
note,
parts
though,
are misguided.
That I think this is written from the perspective of high school Murs, obviously, when you get into the lyrics.
Okay.
He's not like, think about it. The handball, which we'll get to. Mm-hmm. And like, you know, he's talking about when other guys would do, like, he's talking about being in school.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a high school record, basically.
I mean, it's like all of his academic career. I mean, it goes back to like, you know, like elementary and stuff. Like, you know, it is. Yeah, it's supposed to capture the feeling of that.
Oh, every review, by the way, when this album came out, every review had to point out this line, more Coldplay than I am Ice-T.
Okay, about that line. Let me start from the top. Okay, so here's the thing. He says, see, I'm a single black male, dark hair, dark eyes, long walks through a park, and a lot of them lies. I'm a little bit jaded by a lot of what I see, so if you're still interested, you should come get at me. because I'm tired of getting shot down, put down, and dissed. I want to be picked up, held tight, and kissed. But things like these don't happen to dudes like me. All of that is fine until we hit the line because I'm more Coldplay than Ice-T. Now, I feel like up until that line, it's fine. Then you could start making the like incel argument at the line because here's why.
Right.
Here's the problem
now,
with
just
incels
to say,
is they're misguided. They're misinformed.
They did not use that line. They did not contextualize that line in the context of the actual song in these reviews and profiles about Murs at the time. They would use it as a selling point. They're like, the man who says he's more Coldplay than Ice-T. Like, as like, this guy's really different.
Right, but he's just talking about I ain't a thug.
Right.
You know, like compared to these dudes that these women seem to be interested in. And this is the truth. You know, and like, hopefully perspectives have developed since 2004, you know, but you don't have to be hard. You don't have to be a thug. From my research, my humble research, you have to be confident, apparently. That's what women like, whatever the that means. And then obviously dying world. You know, I can't imagine being confident 24/7 walking around this freaking hellscape, but that's what they want. Confidence. Not, you don't have to be a thug. Okay. But like, that's sort of that incel ideology. It's like, oh, they only go for the alpha males and the chads. And it's like the tough guys. What about the nice guys? It's like, so that's a red flag, but like, you know, that's a light, that's not even like, it's like crimson red. It's like light red, you know, that's fine. So
right.
Later on, though, you get the
so in this verse, like, then he kind of just goes on to just being run-of-the-mill emo again after that.
Right. You know?
Then, it's okay, like, the second verse, right? Which, you know, he's talking about, said she had a boyfriend, just trying to be nice, but I've heard the same lines from different women all night. It's an easy letdown, but don't let it get you down. Shit, that's what my boys told me, but at the end of the night, I was still sitting lonely. If only I could find her. Without all the drama. Without the one-liner. Excuse me, miss. Hey, ma. You got a man? What's your name? I'm in my mid-20s, so enough with the games. So he's, you know, he's going into this. And, you know, he's kind of going into more of the emo stuff in verse 2. Kind of comparing, like, women to dogs and their bitches, and you know, it kind of gets into like towards the end of the verse, like shaky territory. It's really the third verse and one line in particular that made me think I was not going to like this song at all anymore. Content, you know, like it's like the beat and Percy Miracles aside, I didn't know if I'd be able to look past some of the lyrics in the third verse.
Let's just jump to the bar. It's like, you know, he's basically implying, he's like, so I pretended the handball was their face when I hit it. Here's the thing. Listen to this all week.
No, we have to start up a little bit further up, right?
Okay.
He says, my self-esteem is low enough. I got teased growing up, and what I do, I beat him up, and that only made me tough. It didn't get me girls or notes in class. Notes in class. Like, he's talking about school. Same girls who used to tell when I would pinch their ass. But if another boy did it, then they would get gritty. So I pretended the handball was their face when I hit it.
Are we sure he isn't talking about the guys, though?
Oh.
Because that's what I was grappling with this week. It's like, maybe he's just talking about the dudes. Like,
it's not clear. Let's put
it's
it
not
that
clear,
way.
right?
It's not clear. But even if it was the girl, pretended is a lot different than did.
Right.
You know. And he said on Bad Man he would never hit a woman, so I have to take him at his word there.
Listen, the thing is, like,
also he was like talking about like, I give the best head, but you wouldn't even know. Because you stuck up and said, like, some real cringe bars on this song, so I can't go over like
by the very end, it totally devolves into cringe, and he's like, you know, you look better going than you did coming. Her ass is amazing. Like, shut up. Go to the next track. Okay.
Oh man, yeah, look at that girl right there.
Where's the... Yeah.
You know. Like, listen, this song used to be like a 9 to me.
Here it is.
Oh man!
Right? It used to be a 9, but even with all the cringe that's still in this song and like it has not aged well for me in that regard, I still like it overall. So I give it a 7+. The beat and Percy Miracles are the star of this song. The original intention of this song doesn't really hit for me anymore like it used to. But I still like the song.
I need to remake the song and get Pussy Miracles on the track because I'm still a virgin. I need a miracle. All right. I'm going to make the Pain 2022. It's going to be less incelish, but have all the emo in it. Okay. Because, listen, a nigga lonely. All right. But this isn't Mel's companionship search troubles. All right. This is Rap Rankings. But, yeah, look, there are just pockets of it. Pockets of the song that,
are truly cringe.
Right.
And then other pockets that are just run-of-the-mill emo rap.
It's like a lot of it is, it is 04. We weren't all dealing with the internet where everyone's, trying to educate people. But, he's perpetuating like the whole narrative.
Well,
it's like, girls only like
he
bad
starts
guys.
off the song talking about Friendster. Right?
Yeah,
or is this, no, this is that's a different record.
That's, what song is that? That's, and This Is 4?
Freak These, yeah, Friends, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but like, listen, this whole narrative about if there are any like young males listening, not young me, Mel, but MALE.
Oh, males.
Yeah, no, I don't have the time machine. But listen, okay, don't believe any of that incel ideology. Okay, look,
don't listen to Murs.
Yeah, don't listen to 04 Murs. Okay, being hard is not necessary. What they want is you to be confident, reliable. You got to be sturdy. You ain't got to be no thug. All right. So that's not true. As far as like, oh, she had a boyfriend. She's saying she had a boyfriend, just trying to be nice. But I've heard the same. Look, the game's a game, bro. Yeah, they lie, but respect it. Don't press her because they have their reasons. They're afraid for their lives because men be acting crazy. We are in a patriarchy. Okay, they be getting chased through parking garages and kidnapped and all sorts of things. They're scared for valid and verifiable reasons, folks. So if they're nice enough to let you down easy, just chalk it up.
Just chalk it up to the game and record your pains over a nice, smooth Ninth Wonder beat.
Yeah, and look, folks. Yeah, it hurts being rejected, but so does being alive. All right, there are worse things that can happen to you, and I know taking a million L's in a row hurts, but come on,
take it from Mel. Sometimes being accepted is the worst fate.
It is.
Yeah.
When was I ever accepted? What are we talking
about? Your ex. She wanted to date you. You didn't want to date her, but she wanted to date you. So you
come on.
You took.
You're totally right. All right,
you signed the contract, and ultimately, it wasn't really a deal that you even wanted.
Let's not talk about this. Let's not. Oh my god!
I'm just saying.
Now you're touching on something personal.
You think you want the Freak These Tales, but really you want the pain. No, you think you want.
I didn't think I wanted anything with that relationship. I didn't want that. I gave it a shot because she wanted it. And I ended up hurting everyone in the process. So that's the regret I have to live with. All right. But yeah, look, kids, just know the game, respect the game. You'll find someone, hopefully. I don't know.
We know about the game, okay? He's a pedophile.
Not him, not the game. The game. All right.
Triple H?
No, not him either. Yeah, look, am I the only one that found the politics of like, you're talking about like, yeah, he was referring to like, them as the bitch or whatever, but this is the full context. Like he's in the club getting let down by the girl saying, oh, they got a boyfriend. But it's like some other girls come up to him. It's like, she shoots him down, but she's interested in his like homeboy. So he's like, she's looking at my boy who got 2 kids at home, and I know how it goes. Here's his number, telephone, and he does the girl's dirt. And I know you smelling on him, but every bitch needs a dog, so I guess that's why you want him. the politics of that exchange are hilarious because here's the thing. He could stop the perpetuation of like the thing that he's like upset about, like the game itself. Like he knows how it goes. Like,
right. And also like you don't have to actively like work to advance the adultery that could possibly be going on.
Right. Like you could just not give and potentially protect the relationship and the family dynamic of your man with 2 kids. But here's the thing, that would be cock blocking your man. You know? If you don't want to do that.
If he's in the market for that in the first place, but let's say he's not.
I assume he is.
Let's say he's not, you know?
Well, you said, you know, I assume he is because he's like, he does girls dirt, you know?
Right.
But
so there you go.
At the same time, though, he looks like more of a scrub by giving the girl his boy's number, low key, if you ask me. So it's like you kind of can't win in this. Because if you hate on your mans to stop the furthering of this, like, nice guys losing thing, then you're not a good friend. But at the same time, you're being a good friend by protecting your man's, you know, I assume a marriage. It is just a very funny into that verse because it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know. And yeah, the third verse when he's talking about, you know, he kind of contradicted himself because he's like, you know, his self-esteem was low and he got teased, so he used to beat people up. You just debunked your own theory and told on yourself. Apparently you are tough. You were beating people up, but that didn't help you. You know, that think about it. Like that didn't make girls like you. So you don't have to be hard. And the thing is, it's like same girls who used to tell when I would pinch their ass. You say that like it's a bad thing. They should tell, okay? You were touching them without permission. All right? So in this instance, it's not because you're ugly or, you know, what I assume were like the racial politics of being like dark skin up top, or it's not because you're not a thug. It's because you pinch their ass, okay? Which you should never do without permission. So, yeah, I mean, but it's still, you feel the emotion in the record. And trust me, folks, I've been on 4chan looking for that smut. I've seen worse as far as incel ideology.
They grab asses now. They don't pinch anymore, right? They just go for the whole thing.
I guess. I wouldn't know. I don't do it, but
you know, the gropers of the world, like, think of it as like pinch someone's ass. Like that probably hurts, you know, like pinching someone's ass for.
Yeah, why would you do that? Yeah, don't pinch nothing.
But then again,
that's why that St. Patrick's Day is bad. I swear to God, don't touch me. If you don't know me, pinching, I ain't wearing no green. I'll stump a mud hole in you, son. Okay, pinching me. Anyway, yeah, man, it just like. This is not as bad of a record as I thought it would be as far as being cringy and
how it was built up by me, really.
Right. You know,
I guess I agree. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be either, based on how I remembered it. But this was a big record in like that middle point with me in this album where I was like, have I grown out of some of these songs? You know, like years after the album came out, but like not as of recent, I had these thoughts.
Yeah.
It was like, is this dude corny? Like, I was like trying to think, like, he was cool, but like, is this corny? Like, I had to really juggle with it, but I don't know. It is what it is. Great beat. Great fucking beat. Let's just say that.
Listen, it's a money beat. And you feel the pain of Murs, even though it's misguided in places. And that's how it gets a flat 7. You know? So, there you go. The pain. Anything else?
No.
Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all other Patreon exclusive content, visit patreon.com/raprankings.